Welcome back to the horse and FalconRidge. This, like I said, I'm going to be evaluating a little Arab mare that just came in here shortly. And this is Dusty. He's one of the horses up for adoption. I've ridden him once. This is the second time I'm on him. He seems pretty good on saddle, but I have Nikki in here a little bit. I don't know where she just ran off. But Nikki, come in here and tell us some history on Dusty real quick. She knows it all. I don't. Anyway, he's had some mouth problems. He's fooling with his mouth, and let Nikki. But he seems to be pretty good. I mean, I didn't lope him around enough, hardly. Nikki worked him just about 2 minutes.
Dusty came
You have
from...
to talk louder than that. You better get closer and louder. Not to us.
Dusty came from Hacienda de los Milagros, a rescue in Arizona. We were told he'd been hit over the head by a 2x4. Therefore, he's very worried about you touching his mouth. So, but he appears to take the bit well. So other than that, we've been working on trying to touch his mouth and petting on him when he allows us to touch his mouth. So that's his main issue right now.
So he'll be coming up here shortly, as soon as I feel comfortable, because like Nick said, he's sort of a nervous horse because he has been mistreated. He's not a bad horse. You know, now if the right person came along and wanted to adopt him, and I felt they were capable of working through his issues, fine. But I didn't make one person too happy, I don't think, this morning, because he was talking about, oh, I ain't worried about me breaking him out. Well, number one, until I see you work a horse, don't even say that to me, because what happens here with a couple of horses, they give us that line, well, oh, we can train them. They come back with worse problems than they left with. And another thing, somebody like me, it doesn't do any good to drop names, people, because I could care less, I'll be honest. And y'all know me by now. And like I said, what we're going to do is switch horses here. Like I said, Dusty mainly just needs some TLC and just somebody full with his mouth and let him know, like right now. Right there, he pops his head up. I'm not going to take my hand all the way until he gives it to me. I'm going to put my hand here. He can throw his head all around. I'm going to try to keep my hand there. He gives it to me. I'm going to take my hand away. Like right there. He stops. That's when I'm going to take it away. But everybody's reaction is, oh, jump. We're putting too much pressure on him. So he just needs that. That's the only thing we've got to really work on him and get some wet blankets on him. So we're going to switch horses, and a little Arab that's back here we've got to evaluate. And I'll go through some stuff like I've done before, and also I want to show 2 bridles that came up with them. I'm going to explain how they work and the mechanics of it. So sure you'll notice it. She don't look Polish to me. But she's supposed to be a papered mare. Don't ask me where her bloodlines is, because I don't know.
Raffles.
Huh?
Raffles.
What?
Raffles.
Raffles? Oh, she's Raffles mare. I'm going to raffle her off. But anyway, only a joke. But anyway, that's a good idea. But anyhow, so anyway, go through process. First, just handling, I can tell you she's already pushy. She don't know my space, but I'll do like I'll do every horse, and you see, I'll move that hip. See how well she moves that hip off from me. I'll check the other hip. She don't move, and yes, I slapped her on the butt. There we go. She does the right thing, and we pet on her. You know, people think that's so bad, you know, doing something like that. Well, this mare might not, but another horse, you start asking some of them, they're liable to kick the fire out of you because you didn't mean what you're saying. I'm gonna walk to her shoulder. That's not bad. And I'll walk to her other shoulder. She's not liking it, but she's getting out of my space. Now, a horse that's not spoiled, just for a tidbit, they wouldn't be pinning their ears back. They just get out of your space. Good girl. So while I'm doing that, like I said, I'm checking on that. Right now I'm going to check on how light she is in the halter. Now earlier, while we was out messing with Dusty before we started filming, I watched her. She's a real handy little horse. She uses that hind hip. Now I'm going to put an O-ring snaffle bit in her mouth. Well, the same one I usually use. And I'm going to be checking, see how light she is to the bit and everything else. 2 bits or contraptions come with them. And if whoever watches this, if I step on your toes, I'm sorry, but am I going to be sorry what I say? Nope. Okay, you know, we're in this feel-good age, and people think it's so much nicer not to have a bit in a horse's mouth and ride them like that. But this one and another horse that we just adopted out to a good home, they had this. This is a metal band on the nose. This is metal. You pull back, that's like putting your finger in a vise. Now if I was a horse, I don't think I'd want that. So that's all metal. And what I see people use this stuff like that because they're showing their inadequacy somewhere else. They don't know how to use their hands. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. This, you think, well, that's just all rope. Okay, this ain't gonna show very good on camera, but if I pull this side, hopefully it does show up, that's gonna squeeze their nose. And that's gonna shut off, if you don't put that in the right place, it's liable to shut off their ear tube and everything else. So to me, this is no better, I mean, that's worse than a bit. You know, just because it's nice, it's not really soft rope, but just because it's rope doesn't mean it's going to be any humane. You know, first you got to learn how to teach a horse how to give to a bit, and then it's not that bad to them. Now, I had one comment just today on me showing people how to use a boselle, because I started off showing people how to use a snaffle bit first. And he said, well, if you knew how to use one, you wouldn't need it. Well, I know how to use one. I got to set these videos up for you people out there who don't and who want to start using a horse in a boselle. And plus, on the other hand, you take a stiff-necked horse, to me it's not fair, and I don't care who says it, and they could try to say, well, you're not going to make them raw with the boselle. You take a green horse that's really stiff in the neck, you're going to make them raw. So why put a horse through that? So right there it tells me she's got a little bit of bit issues because nobody really told her what a bit's about. They've tried to take shortcuts and cover it up. And plus they probably had a hard time getting a bit in her mouth. Instead of working with her, they've taken the shortcut, like I said. And you know me, I jump all over the place sometimes, but I'm going to give y'all a tidbit, unloading horses. I don't care how much in a hurry you are. Now, everybody says she's probably in a hurry, but I saw the woman unload this horse, and I hope you're watching this. Slow down. That woman somewhere has been hurt because she was scared to death when she was unloading this horse, and she shot out of that trailer with this horse in hand like a banshee. So what are you going to do? You're going to teach this horse how to shoot out of a trailer. And somebody's going to fix them, or they're going to end up here at FalconRidge because they got a trailer issue or something.